So, starting off our self care Sunday, we of course need to start preparing our tea, or in this instance, a really nice kind of Chinese herbal tonic drink that I've learned from my mum. I don't really know what it's called, but it's got four key ingredients. So, first, you have goji berry, which is packed with vitamin C. I've just always known it to be the super berry of all berries. And you have Chinese dates or jujube, which is also packed with vitamin C, but it's also naturally quite sweet and really good for your skin. We've got ginger, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's anti-inflammatory and it's just good for your digestion. And also I have rock sugar. They come like this. I'm not going to add this huge chunk. I'm just going to use this little bit, but it tastes a lot more caramelly and just less sweet than if you were to use refined white sugar. I personally don't like a lot of ginger, so I'm only going to add like maybe 3 or 4 slices for a half pot of water. So once the water has boiled, you want to just go ahead and throw everything in. With the jujube dates, you just want to open them slightly because they are dried. It may be harder for them to expand, so just open them a little bit. After around 5 to 8 minutes, once the color has a little bit of water like this, you can just turn it off and you can either let it cool down or you can serve it hot. Remember, all these ingredients are edible, so that includes the goji berries, the dates, the ginger. Don't let anything go to waste. Don't be afraid to just eat it whilst you're taking a sip. This is all food that you can consume. So there was an ice cream van just going up and down the road, and honestly I just did not want the children's songs in the background, so I'm just going to do a voiceover for this part. So I've been using this A22 hair serum from Spoiled Child just to help with the growth of my hair. I know in other videos I have tried out haircuts that help with thin hair. A lot of you guys are like, oh, you don't really have thin hair, but to me, I have not the thinnest hair, but I also don't have the thickest hair. So I'm going to try things that may help it, especially when I feel like you got a big head like mine. And with this as well, it also has other ingredients like caffeine, biotin, niacinamide, and rosemary oil in it as well. So I just thought, let me give this a go and see if there's any major differences after a couple of weeks and just see how it goes really. So the first product I'm using now is the Glow Deep Serum by Beauty of Joseon. It's with rice and arbutin. I only like to use a little bit of this on my face. It's just to help brighten it and with any pigmentation on my skin. It's got things like soybean extract, barley extract, rice extract. Things like that I just feel like are so much more better and friendlier for your skin, especially when it comes to finding the right skincare for your skin type. And then afterwards, this one, I swear by it because my skin is so dry. I feel like anything I put on just absorbs it. So it's the Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. And they say that it's something like 92% snail mucus or something. And it may sound nasty, but honestly, it works so good on the skin. And then lastly is just a little bit of SPF, and this SPF is the best one that I have tried. It's the Beauty of Joseon SPF as well with rice and probiotics. It's SPF 50, and honestly any other sunscreen I've tried, like, it's just left this kind of white milky residue behind, and like when you rub it in it just starts to feel dry. But this one is the best one that I have used, and I've actually got 2 tubes of these, so I recommend this one. Another really good product if you've got really dry skin is the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. I use just a tiny little bit just around my nose area because it gets really dry and flaky. So the skincare is done, the serum is doing its thing in my hair, and now I've got about 45 minutes just to chill until I go out later. So what I usually do in this pastime is I either waste my time being on my phone or I play some games that really just makes the time fly, or if I really just don't want to be doing anything around the house and I just want some chill time, then usually I would be reading my book. I've actually tried to do this whole journaling thing, and I know they say, oh, you should journal your thoughts, you should write down things that you want to manifest, you should spend 20 minutes a day just writing things down. And honestly, I don't think that's for me. I just feel like the agitation in me doesn't allow me to sit down for more than 5 minutes without feeling like I have to do something else. And I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just bringing back from all the kind of agitation when I was at school. Like, I'd find it really hard to just sit down and focus on one thing. So I feel like this whole journaling thing, it really isn't for me. As much as I'd love to be one of those people, like, I wake up in the morning and make my coffee and spend 15 minutes at the start of my day journaling things that I am grateful for and things that I'd love to manifest. I just can't do it. I don't find that very relaxing. Okay, so recently I have been doing a hell of a lot of reading. Like, before, I used to love reading books, and then I started reading self-help books, and I feel like that really made me fall out of love with reading again. So I went back to fiction books because I love me a fiction book, particularly fantasy fiction. And there's a new genre of fantasy fiction that I have been reading, and honestly, it gets me so hooked. And it's a case where I will literally submerge into these kind of fantasy erotic books, and I believe that more females should be reading these kind of books, because it's not like it gives you a little bit of fantasy, yes, but it's not a case where you will look at your man sideways and be like, oh, why can't you be like the sexy werewolf in this book? It's not like that at all, unless you're into that kind of stuff. But recently, honestly, I just it has helped me so much. Like, I feel so much more relaxed when I'm in bed. I feel so much more chill when I'm going wherever I'm going and I'm reading my book on the train, because I'm no longer on my phone just scrolling aimlessly or just listening to music. Honestly, I don't even really like listening to music when I'm out. I don't really like listening to music with words in a way. I like listening to like melodies and more like composure music. But reading, whenever I'm commuting, it just shifts me in a different mind space. Especially when I'm at home and I've got like half an hour, I find that I'm now gravitating more towards reading these books rather than scrolling on the gram. So if you know what I'm talking about, I would definitely recommend just downloading a free version of Kindle on your phone. There's loads of like those kind of books on Amazon, or you could just download any and just read it as a PDF on your phone. If you're into those kind of books, let me know, and we can share some recommendations. So this video was a little bit different. I know it's not the usual art, and I know there's a big chunk of you that want to watch my art videos. I can't really schedule in creating art videos, so I just do them as and when I honestly feel like it. So there's going to be a lot more of these. If you enjoyed them, please let me know, and you'll be seeing more of me, hopefully. But I'm going to try and upload more regularly for you guys, so let me know what you think of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.